I can't let them take my soul.
What up, reagoi community. Taas uuden videon aika, niin kuin näette, näitä tulee tiuhaan tahtiin. Ja tänään reagoidaan alieneihin. Ja spesifisti 3 klippiin, joiden pitäisi todistaa, ainakin tämän videon mukaan, että alienit on totta. Mitäs siitä se enempää puhumaan? Mä oon aina ollut tosi kiinnostunut alieneista ja itse uskon, että on muutakin elämää kuin ihmiselämä täällä universumissa. Kerro kommenteissa, mitä sä uskot, onks alieneit, eiks niitä oo? Anna perustelui, avataan siistiä keskustelua communityn välillä kommenteissa. Mäkin tuun sinne heittää läppää ja jubaa aiheesta. Mut siitä pidemmit puheita, annetaan videon koittaa todistaa meille, miksi nämä alienivideot todistaa, että alienit on totta ja muista. Jos sä haluat elämän aikana nähdä muutakin elämää, niin paina subscribe-nappia. Ok, no niin, let's go. Muistakaa myös tykkää ja tälleen.
Think about it. The universe is a massive place. Humanity is but a mere infant in front of it. Humanity is also very egoistic. We once thought that the universe revolved around us, and then we found out that we were wrong. We also thought that the Milky Way galaxy was the entire universe. Again, we found out that we were wrong. Today, we know that there are billions of planets in the Milky Way galaxy alone. And to think that life has not emerged in another planet would be foolish, and once again, egoistic. Welcome to Lab 360. It's time to explore. On June 24th.
Mun mielestä on tosi hyvä pointti, että ihmisaivot automaattisesti kelaa, että me ollaan niin kuin kaiken keskiössä, individuaalina ja ryhmänä. Me ollaan aina ajateltu, niin se on refleksi, se ei ole mikään paha juttu, mutta niin kuin me ajateltiin, että koko universumi pyörii meidän ympärillä ja niin edelleen. Ja aina kun me saadaan sitä uutta infoa, niin tuntuu, että me ollaan oikeastaan vaan niin kuin muurahainen tai pieni pisara meressä tässä koko leikissä.
1947, an amateur pilot named Kenneth Arnold was flying a small plane near Mount Rainier in Washington state when he saw something extraordinarily strange. Directly to his left, about 20 to 25 miles north of him, and at the same altitude, a chain of 9 objects shot across the sky, glinting in the sun as they traveled. By comparing their size to that of a distant airplane, Arnold gauged the objects to be about 45 to 50 feet wide. They flew between 2 mountains spaced 50 miles apart. In just 1 minute and 42 seconds, he observed, implying an astonishing speed of 1,700 miles per hour, or 3 times faster than any manned aircraft of the era. However, as if controlled, the flying objects seemed to dip and swerve around obstacles in the terrain. When the objects faded into the distance, Arnold flew to Yakima, landed and immediately told the airport staff of the unidentified flying objects he had spotted. The next day, he was interviewed by reporters, and the story spread like wildfire across the nation. Although there are many who claimed UFO sightings before, this became the first recorded UFO sighting. Now, 75 years later, there are countless claims of unidentified flying objects spotted in the sky, and sometimes underwater. Why is it then that our governments have been dismissing them as optical illusion, fabricated stories, or simply, as the term created, unidentified aerial phenomena?
Näiden ufojen kanssa? Onks valtiot sanonut, eikö Jenkkien Pentagon jotain julkaissut niitä videoita ja sano, että me ei pystytä tunnistamaan, että mitä nämä lentävät alukset on? Et ne ei sanonut, että ne on ufoja, mutta ne sanoi, että ne ei tunnista.
Why is that UFO footages are always grainy and shot from a faraway distance? Of all the countries in the world, why hasn't anyone come forward with an authentic proof? Because credibility lies with the one in power, and no entity is more powerful than a government. That makes you think, are these UFO sightings made up?
Ihan fiksu pointti, kun aina mietitään, että miksei sitten ole parempaa materiaalia, mutta tähän mennessä on varmasti aika paljon kaikkea materiaalia, feikkejä ja mahdollisesti aitojakin, mutta mitä me enää uskottaisiin, kun me katsottaisiin sitä? Tai se on vaikea uskoa, sen pitää olla joku iso entiteetti, just Pentagon, joka sanoo, että tämä on oikea video, että me uskotaan. Muuten, jos tiedät, että Timo tulee huomenna näyttää, mitä se kuvasi, niin en mä usko, että sä uskot Timoa vai mitä?
Or is the government lying to you? And is there a reason that many retired space organization employees have terrifying tales of UFO encounters? We will start with UFO sightings from around the world, and then move to some of the strangest sightings in the outer space. We will explore how NASA's New Horizons spacecraft got hacked by an alien spaceship, and why a strange cigar-shaped object broke our very understanding of physics. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the video.
Okay,
the first on our list is a chilling event from the South American country of Chile. On November 11, 2014, Chilean naval officers, flying in the coastal sector between the port of San Antonio and Quinteros, spotted a strange object in the sky. Mind you, they were at an altitude of about 5,000 feet, and the unknown object was flying away from them at a similar speed to that of the helicopter. The Chilean government kept it a secret for 2 years, and then suddenly, they released and declassified the video evidence, along with an official report. You can clearly see in the video that the unidentified flying object is dispersing a trail of an unknown element into the air. But here's the strange thing, Chilean air traffic control failed to detect the object with radar, and on top of that, they received no response from the UFO whatsoever upon trying to communicate with it. For 9 minutes, they had the object captured in video before it suddenly gained speed and disappeared into the clouds, never to be spotted again. The Committee for Studies of Airborne Phenomena, which is comprised of scientists, analysts, and aeronautical technicians, studied the case and suggested that the object might be a medium-sized, line aircraft, and that trail could be the reserve water inside the apparatus thrown by the crew. This, however, was dismissed on the grounds that neither the altitude at which the object moved, nor the temperature of that moment, could allow for such a wave of condensation. The Chilean military studied the incident for 2 whole years, but could neither identify the object, nor its origin. Finally, they catalogued it as an unidentified air phenomenon, and released the video to the public. And I know that a lot of other channels have reported on this news, but what everyone missed is a similar unidentified flying object that was seen in Chile during the night between January 23rd and 24th, 1992, and it was seen by thousands of people in the small town of Villa O'Higgins. Journalists of El Mercurio, the major Chilean newspaper, described the phenomenon as a luminous cloud moving northward, from which suddenly grew a mushroom, like the one of an atomic explosion, and similar to a spaceship with a tail, like the one of a comet. The report further states that the object suddenly accelerated, and very quickly, faded away. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see a pattern here. If this rattled your mind, let me tell you that we have only just begun.
Okei, me ollaan vasta alussa. Vitsi, tää on hyvä video.
Honolulu.
Saa mut kyllä uskoa enemmän alieneihin.
None of us want to remember. But under the cloud of the pandemic, some big events got shrouded in the mist of news. In one-of-a-kind video from February of that despicable year, shows an Airbus A320 soaring over Medellin, Colombia, over 30,000 feet in altitude, on a routine flight. The captain is about to experience something strange. As he points his camera out of the window, he sees a metallic-looking object, flying past in a straight line. If we zoom into it, you can see that it looks somewhat like a cube. Scientists estimated its size to be 10 to 15 feet in diameter, flying past in a straight line. If we zoom into it, you can see that it looks somewhat like a cube. Scientists estimated its size to be 10 to 15 feet in diameter. What is really fascinating here is that in 2018, a similar unidentified object was spotted by an FA-18 fighter pilot. The pilot who took the photo, as well as the other pilot present, spotted the UAP cube hovering at an altitude of approximately 30,000 feet. The debrief said it's possible the UAP in the photo is some kind of military radar reflector or research balloon. The organization said it spoke with 2 defense officials, however, and they described it as having flight dynamics uncharacteristic for a balloon. Most notably, the object was reportedly completely motionless, despite ambient air currents. What do you make of it now? The third in the list is one of the biggest alien sightings underwater. Russia's Lake Baikal is famous for being the deepest freshwater body in the world. However, that's not the only reason for its fame.
Ja muuten, jos joku tilaajista on joskus kokenut jotain yliluonnollista alienityyliä tai muilla tavoilla, niin kerro ihmeessä kommenteissa. Mä haluan kuulla kaikkien teidän omakohtaiset tarinat. Let's go.
Fishermen have often narrated events where powerful lights have come up from the deep, and then made it to the air at incredible speeds. In one case in 1982, a group of Russian Navy divers were sent to Baikal to conduct a research mission. Because of its depth and ice-cold temperature, very little is known about the world under the surface. 7 Russian divers get started on the mission. As they reach 50 meters under the water, they realize something unusual, as if someone, or something, was watching them. To their horror, they saw large humanoid entities, staring at them. They were dressed in silvery suits, and were wearing some sort of a helmet. Without giving in to panic, the divers tried to catch the strangers, and in that process, 3 of the 7 men died, while 4 others who made it back to the shore were severely injured.
Kuulitteko te ton tarina? Eli ne oli nähnyt jotain humanoideja olioita veden alla, koittanut catchaa ne ja suurin osa niistä kuoli. What? Miksi mä en oo kuullut
We have
tästä? Tää on
done
vielä
a
aika
full
uusi
video on
tarina.
powerful beings living underwater, undetected. The link to the video is in the description below.
Niin, jos alienit
To give
haluaisi
it a
olla maan
watch.
päällä, niin niidenhän kandeissa
From
olla
here on,
vesistössä.
we will explore UFO sightings in Earth's upper atmosphere. How NASA's New Horizons spacecraft was momentarily hacked in the Kuiper Belt, and how a strange piece of rock defied our understanding of physics. All this and more, in part 2 of this video. Until then, please tell us what you think about these UFO sightings in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Lab 360.
Ok, vitsi tää oli kova video, eli tää kyllä, niinku mä en tiennyt joistain noista uutisista, en ollut nähnyt noita videomatskuja, näytti tosi aidoilta ja jotenkin mä tiedän, että nämä videot, vaikka ne olisi epäitoja, ne on helppo tällaisessa videossa saada näyttää aidot, mutta mulla tuli se fiilis jotenkin, muutenkin mulla on aina ollut se fiilis, että on elämää, en mä tiedä, onko ne tullut maapallon päälle vai ei, mutta nämä kaikki matskut, kaikki huhut, kaikki ihmisten tarinat, voiko ne kaikki olla muka keksittyjä? Mä oon sitä mieltä, että ei voi olla, ja kyllä alieneit on, ja ne on jopa käynyt täällä. Mitä mieltä sä oot tosta? Tuo on mielenkiintoinen kysymys, ja ei ole niinku yhtäkään helppoa vastausta, mutta kerro ihmeessä, mitä mieltä sä oot, perustele kommenteissa, tykkää tästä videosta, tilaa kanava. Tässä vaiheessa meitsi lopettelee, tää on reagoi, meitsi on Janik, nähdään taas seuraavassa videossa. Moro!
I can't let them take my soul.